Hi, everybody, and welcome to Two Crones Oracle and Psychic Investigators. My name is Melody, and I am one of the Two Crones, owner of this channel. So I want to welcome everybody. Thank you to each and every one of you, all the new subscribers, all the returning subscribers. I want to thank you for your patience, your support, because my channel is currently undergoing a total uh, remodeling is what I'm looking for. And we are welcoming a partner. Her name is Lee Ann. We will be hearing from her very soon. But there's a lot of things that are going on behind the scenes. So I want to really apologize for this remodeling and me not being able to keep up with the videos, especially for the weekend videos that are a little bit longer. I have a lot of things going on behind the scenes. I have not forgotten about you, and I'm not slacking off. Me and Leanne are in a process of rebuilding this channel. So thank you for your patience and your support. And I want to tell you that how grateful I am for each and every one of you guys. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. This is for this weekend of the 18th, 19th, and 20th. May extend a little bit further. Only take the messages as they resonate. You cannot fit a square peg in a round hole unless you shave some of that off. And no, we do not want that. We do not want you to have to leave a part of you behind to try to fit in somewhere. So if it doesn't resonate, do not take it. However, if you do know somebody that it does resonate with, by all means, share it. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, make sure you hit that little subscribe button. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. What's the weekend's energies look like for the collective? All right, so these two cards popped out. The first card is Insight, and the other one is Mimic Cry. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about these two cards right off the bat. So let's talk about Insight. So Insight talks about right off the bat, I feel like how you are viewing your situation. You can either view your jar as half empty or half full. And this is how you are planting your seeds of intention, and they are bringing that to your attention is what I feel here. All right, so then you have this one here that says Mimic Cry, and if you look at the top of this card, it says, you could see the crow screaming, "Come here, Scout." Scout is the name of the dog. So there could be somebody around you who could be calling you out. And I want to say they're playing wolf. And what I mean by that is, with the Mimic Cry is, this is, if you've ever heard the story about the boy who cried wolf. He cried wolf so many times that when the actual incident was happening, nobody came to his rescue. For some reason, that is a story that I am feeling here. For those of you who resonate with that story, you may want to stay tuned for more messages. For others of you who it does not fit, we are going to gain insight. See how the cloud or the screen looks a little cloudy? Yeah, and I had to touch it to clear it up. So there may be something with your touch. Come on, back up there, Kit Kat. All right, so let's start off with insight. Crows and ravens are problem solvers. Crows make tools and learn from each action. And that is exactly what I feel you are learning from something. In this illustration, you see the crow dropping rocks into the water. After testing a couple of rocks, the crow began to understand the relationship between the stones and the water. It learned with each rock, the water would rise. And as a result, the buoyant shrimp would also rise too. Insight asks you, collective, that you take the time to examine your situation. Test out different strategies to gain wisdom. When you understand the relationship between all contributing factors, you will be able to remove any obstacles that may have been in your way, such as this mimic cry. Somebody whom, again, it could be calling you out, or maybe crying wolf. All right, so let's go ahead into mimic cry. Another intriguing story from Gifts of the Crow comes the Montana, and a crow that was able to mimic a person's call or rile up some dogs. This crow's call was so convincing that the dog believed it was its guardian calling out. Mimic cry speaks to something or someone that is not genuine. Just like I said, they are not genuine. They are crying wolf. Sometimes we do need to fake it till we make it and project a persona that is not our own to get a foot in the door. But be cautious, as it may come out that the words you speak are not your own. You are merely mimicking. This card may also serve as a warning. There may be someone less than genuine who is parroting words you want to hear or gain favor. So you need to see that somebody may be saying something, trying to get an emotional rise out of you, collective. An emotional rise out of you, collective. It's like food to their soul. So pay attention to that this weekend. All right. So let's go ahead and get a little insight as to somebody's words who are not genuine. Be aware, it could be because of an animal, maybe somebody telling you something to try to get a rise out of you about an animal. Somebody could be a little doggish, maybe not so loyal, maybe have an energy of broken promises. So be aware of that as well. But I just feel like it's somebody using your words against you to try to get a rise out of you. And it goes back to that original story, somebody who cried wolf. It was a mimic cry just to get a rise. You need to look at that emotion and see something from a higher perspective. See how the clouds here are nice and fluffy, but to me over here they look dense. They look like they are filled with this dark emotion of anger, frustration, wanting justice even perhaps, right? I also feel for some of you, there could be somebody behind the scenes orchestrating this. See how this crow is on a branch, right? Saying something, and then the dog looks up. Like, I feel like there is somebody behind the scenes orchestrating it, but at the same time, they're only saying the words to get your attention. And when they get your attention, they want you to read between the lines. Read to what is not being said. So let's get a little bit more information on this. Yeah, darling, you're different. Don't text your ex. So they don't want you to go back to the past, right? Somebody, again, is crying wolf to try to get a rise out of you. And what they are doing is they are taking a different approach. They may be even sending in some sort of a decoy. They're telling you, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't react out of an emotional response, memories. So somebody is, again, they're recounting your words here. So we have change. And there's the shadow. I need you. So there's that false offer. I need you. I need you because I want to change. I want to make these changes. Now, there's somebody behind the scenes orchestrating this. Somebody is being very nostalgic. Very, very nostalgic. Very needy. This person is very, very needy. For some of you, they have not changed. They are not different. They're just taking a different approach. This person is very codependent upon you, or codependent, period. Not upon you, but very codependent. I feel like they're very reminiscent. They're very reminiscent. They're reminiscing about something, and that is what's making them very emotional. And I feel like the moon's energy is bringing this out of them. So let's get a little bit more information here. Okay. So yeah, there's a secret. Painting all the happy colors of life. So the secret to the change is to start being happy and allow that happiness to paint your life in a very positive way. If the secret garden, see how he's dropping them rocks in and he's making the water rise, right? But with each rock he's dropping it in, he's doing it in a specific place to get that emotion to rise. So there could definitely be a secret coming out. We got Voodoo Priestess coming through here. And that goes back to the mimic cry. Right here, mimic cry. This person spoke very bad words. Very ill words, very voodoo-ish words. What's coming to mind is Santeria. And I know that it's a form of magic. I don't know if it's old world. I really don't know anything about it, but Santeria is what I heard. See, come here, Scout. Like, I feel like they're sending this out into the universe because they're trying to divert your attention for some reason. All right. So I feel like there's like two different stories that are happening here. I feel like there is actually three stories. There is the true story. There is the one story, and then there's the other person's story. And all the stories do not match up. Somebody's intentions are not positive. There's a secret behind it. They may look and appear happy, but in all actuality, there is nothing different about them. They have not changed. And as long as you would listen to your intuition, it's going to show you. It's going to point the way right here. It's going to point the way. So don't allow other people's opinions about you and how different you are to divert your attention just to get a rise out of you, because that's all they are trying to do. is to get that rise out of you. All right, so let's pull one more card. One more card. Can I have one more card? Okay, and then we have this card that popped out. Now there's too much sunshine. Before I couldn't get enough light, now there's too much light. So it's like you're going from a period of darkness into a period of light. This card talks about love and happiness blossom from within. So it is a reverse. So there is a challenge here, right? A challenge is there is something that is, the secret is that it all blossoms from within. So when you are emotionally happy, when you are not in this neediness or this shadow energy, and you allow yourself to see something perhaps from a different perspective between the past experiences and what you have learned and how you have grown and blossomed, and not allow other people's stupidity to block you. Allow yourself the change that needs to happen. And that's the secret, right? Love and happiness blossoms from within. And when you allow yourself to blossom from within, you are not going to try to mimic anybody else. And that's the secret, right? You are a unique individual. You are different for a reason. So don't allow this past energy, these memories, to keep repeating and mimicking themselves in your brain, in your thought process, because your brain and your thoughts and your belief system have a lot to do with how you create your reality. So when you learn to love yourself and you learn to allow yourself to love yourself and to forgive yourself, you break out of this change and you start to see life as a more brighter, more vibrant, more blossoming, more growth, more secure, stable, emotional and thought process. When you start balancing that out, then you start creating a more happier life. And that is the secret. All right. That is the secret. So there could be somebody out there who is trying to mimic you by calling you out on a situation, but don't allow this situation to distract you and get a rise out of you emotionally, because this person is working out of a dark, shadowy energy. They're not going to grow. They're not going to blossom, and they are definitely not going to change. What they are doing is they are coming in to try to pull the wool over your eyes, just like I said, that boy crying wolf. So be aware of that energy this weekend, collective. Have a great day.